Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Real Talk here on Shelbyville Now. I'm
Yes.
David Thomas. This is Bo Gill.
Hello.
Bo, we're going to dive into several different things today and
Oh,
talk about
yes.
what's going on in the world, what's going on around here. Before we do that, let's stop and take a break and hear from our sponsors,
Yes.
580
We love
Graphics
our
and
sponsors.
Bobo Construction and Land Management. We'll be
Yes.
right back after we hear from them.
Looking to make your brand stand out? At 580 Graphics in Shelbyville, we turn your ideas into bold, professional results. From custom logo design to screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, decals, banners, and signage, we handle it all in-house with precision and fast turnaround. Whether you're a small business, a church group, a sports team, or a growing company, our experienced design team works with you every step of the way to bring your vision to life. We don't just print graphics. We help you get noticed. Exceptional service, eye-catching design, results that speak for themselves. Visit 580 Graphics today and let your brand make a statement.
When your project needs a strong foundation, trust experience that delivers results. At Bobo Construction and Land Management, we bring over 25 years of expertise to every job, from demolition, land clearing, and site preparation, to underground utilities, drainage solutions, concrete, asphalt, and building pads. We handle every phase with precision and professionalism, serving residential, commercial, and industrial clients across Middle Tennessee. Our team is committed to quality work, clear communication, and projects completed safely and on schedule. For dependable results you can build on, choose Bobo Construction and Land Management.
All righty, welcome back in here to Real Talk. Before we get started, Bo, I need to read this disclaimer. We want to be transparent with our viewers. Bo is currently a declared candidate for Bedford County Commissioner. Real Talk remains an editorial program under the full control of Shelbyville Now. This platform is not affiliated with any campaign, and we will offer equal access to all qualified candidates in this race. Our goal is to provide an open discussion of issues facing Bedford County while maintaining fairness and transparency. Okay, we got the business taken care of.
Business out there.
Bo, it feels like summer.
It does feel like summer. I mean, it's great. I got short sleeves on. You know, I was going to do the long sleeves this morning, but I knew I shouldn't. I made a great choice. I'm excited. The windows are down. There's a lot going on, but I'm seeing a lot of like ambulances and emergency vehicles going on. So that means that people are out and they're.
Well, last night during church, I heard like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's ambulances, fire trucks, police, or what. Out on 231, it was all back and forth.
And I talked to actually Caleb Doak. He was at that benefit this weekend, and he's with the Shelbyville Fire Department. And I said, well, when it's warmer out, is it more busy? He's like, well, yeah, because more people are out. They're doing more things. When you got that going on, there's a more chance of something to happen.
Then you got grass fires. So
grass fires are a big thing. I mean, the
wind's been blowing.
Wind has been blowing. I mean, things are happening around here. We got wind blowing. I'm just glad we hadn't had any rough storms lately, but there's a talk of showers spread. But that's Kirby's. That's his forte. I just mentioned it a little bit.
Yeah, well, we can talk about the weather, Bo. That's what we're talking about. Well, what about those Bradford pear trees?
Oh yeah, let's talk about them Bradford pears. If y'all love Bradford pears like I do, like 3 days a year, that you get the enjoyment of the beauty of the Bradford pear.
And then they blow away.
And then they blow away. Then they turn to green leaf. And then the Bradford pear is a very weak tree. So if it is not pruned correctly, a little wind will split them really quick. They're a big burden. I've got like 6 or 7 down my driveway.
I just had to have one cut down last year.
Yeah, but enjoy your Bradford pears for 3 days,
and they popped up just like that.
Pop up, go away. There's a little smell that's not too great. Sometimes with it, I don't get that, but there's no pears. There's no Bradford pears.
I don't understand it.
And so I'm looking for them. They're not there.
Dogwoods will be coming next. But I'll tell you one thing that's really kicking in here is weeds. They're popping up everywhere, man. Just
new
like
weeds. And it seems like that each year there's a new one that maybe I hadn't seen for a while. It's like they're just weeds just coming year after year. You just imagine the seeds that are there. But no, weeds are coming out. It's time. It's a little bit too early for Roundup. You need to have a little bit. I mean, maybe not today. But pulling weeds, get out in your garden, pull your weeds. I mean, do you like to pull weeds? Is that one of your hobbies?
No,
mine either. But sometimes it has to be. I am one of those guys that if I see one like sticking out of a driveway, I've got
you got to do it.
go out of my way and
Yeah.
like pull it.
All right. Well, now's the time where everybody gets out and starts doing some yard work, getting their bushes trimmed and shaped up, getting mulch down and all that stuff. And we don't know what's going to happen. Typically, March is a crazy month.
Yeah.
Like it's 80 degrees today, I believe, 78 right now.
Call it 80.
All
Or
right.
an 80.
All right. So then it looks like it's going to stay fairly warm for the next 10 days or so. Then after that, we might have a snow. You just never know.
We've had it before. We've had it around March several times. I always know because that's when my birthday is, and it's happened before on my birthday. We're not out of the woods yet.
Are you hinting for a present? Is that what that is?
Yes, that's what that was. So we'll mention it again. Right. I'll re-hint and then.
Well, let's change the subject.
Okay.
All right.
Appreciate that.
No, we're apt to get most anything, but I think maybe one more cold snap, maybe a couple more frosts down the road.
I want
maybe
one
April
just to remember winter by. Just one more and then go back.
I don't want to.
Okay.
All right, let's change the subject and talk about something that's been pretty exciting to see here in town. Southern Cup. I can't remember who started it now, but somebody did a pay it forward thing. And I know everybody's been following this on Facebook. They pay it forward $100. So there's $100 credit for anybody that comes in and wants to get coffee. They're buying coffee for people. And then it's just over and over every day. It's new and it's a new one. It's a new one. It's a new one. And several businesses have done that. I think that's an excellent way and innovative to support local businesses.
It is. It is but it's from the the citizen there. That's the best part. It's from the customer. It can be generated.
But nobody else is going to do it, but just us regular old folks.
That's what I'm saying, and that has happened to me in a fast food line before in town, and it happened once out of town. And wow, it really does kind of shock you sometimes because you're just going through, and then all of a sudden, your meal's been paid for. Like it might be little, but it strikes, and it's something that we should all do that I don't do enough. I have done it before, of course that gets you going, but wow, look how it's really the bonding this community and the, it's a great thing. I mean, how can it not be? Yeah. I'll take it. Free food all the time, free coffee all the time, but no, it's not about that. It's about the giving heart, that person, the giving.
Yeah.
And there you are.
And look at who it is. It's a family-owned business, local family-owned business. That's what we need to do.
That's right.
These local family-owned businesses are the one that sponsor the sports teams. We talked about this before. They sponsor the chili suppers. They donate for silent auctions. They do all these things. And you saw the fundraiser that we had out at Fairhaven.
Yes.
It raised a lot of money. And most of the donations were from local folks.
Most
local
of them were.
businesses.
I mean, there were people donating that looked like stuff from their house. Seriously.
Yeah, it's everything.
People will give their shirt off their back here in Bedford County. I think I'm convinced of that. To help their brother, their neighbor. They will.
Yeah.
And it'll put chills over you, but it should also, we should not just receive, I think, and it's hard for us all, we should give that too, make sure it's right.
Absolutely. All right.
I'm off my soapbox.
So that's a really good thing to see. I would like to see more things happen like that. Let's pick out another business and do it, and let's keep that one going. Let's keep these things going nonstop.
We can stimulate that.
Yeah. All right. One other thing that's happened late yesterday, Shelbyville, the Bedford County, it's called Bedford County Chamber of Commerce now, has hit the reset button, and they're starting a new organization. They don't have their website up yet, but they named their CEO yesterday, Joe Marciani.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think it's how you pronounce it. I've known Joe for a while. Mm-hmm. He's been around the community. I'm anxious to see what their game plan is moving forward. So good luck to those guys.
Yes, definitely.
Doing that.
It feels like a reset going there. I've seen Joe. I don't know him well. I look forward to meeting and having more discussion.
I'd like to have him come on conversations and talk and let him just tell what's going on.
I think he's, from what I hear, a established and well-respected business-man that's worked, in this area a lot. And that, I think that's a good news. I think that's hope for the future of Shelbyville and Bedford County. I like the name Bedford County. I like that.
Bedford County covers it all.
We're it all, even in Shelbyville.
Yeah. Well, we're in Shelbyville and we're in Bedford County. Yeah, that's a hard concept for some people to grasp. I argued with the guy the other day for about 15 minutes. I finally just gave up. I said, "Okay, man, you don't live in Bedford County, but you live I'm not going to name the address. Right here in the middle of Shelbyville.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't live in Bedford
No,
County.
no.
What does your card tag say? I said, what does that say? Bedford, but I had to get it from Bedford County Government. I said, oh my gosh.
Well, look,
But you know what? That's because we're not taught that as kids.
No.
We're just expected to know this stuff, you
Yeah,
know, and
you
you're
are.
not taught that.
when you
unless
turn
you're-
18, you're expected to know it all. I
Yeah.
mean, maybe you picked up some things along the way. Hopefully you did. You know, some parents overteach, some don't teach at all. But regardless, that's the way you learn in life, is go through that
I think
way.
in about the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade in there, when they used to teach Tennessee history in the 7th grade. I think they ought to teach Bedford County and Shelbyville, Tennessee history
Or
in there and talk about how the government locally is formed and who does what.
they should do that in each county. Coffee County has Coffee
Everybody,
County.
right.
Everybody to understand about home. What
Yeah,
happened?
You don't know anything about your county history, but you know about
Yeah.
Spain's history.
Yeah.
That don't make no sense to me.
I mean,
All
it's not to take anything away from Spain, right? I mean, you know.
Well, we don't live there, okay? We don't
Right.
live there. We
I'm
live
with you.
here,
I'm with
okay?
you.
We live in Bedford County and
I'm
don't know
with you.
anything about it. It's
I'm with
sad.
you. It's sad.
It is
I
sad.
mean, you just, hey, y'all need to think about that.
I think that's something that parents have to do.
We do.
I mean, it's not in the curriculum.
Look,
We'll learn to speak Spanish and speak French, but we can't even speak English in Bedford County.
Well, like me and a lot of people just like me,
Uh,
we just wanted to know. You know, I think there's a genuine curiosity that grows up, that grows out of people that want to
Yeah.
know about where they are, and that's where it comes from. And there's been people like the Marshes over the past that have documented so well our history. Tim and Helen Marsh. You know, a lot of times you read something and it's from what they did. Wow, the time that they put in to document all this. But I say all this to say, you know, you've got to want to. And I think it's interesting. I mean, I love to, you know, hear what happened
you
here.
know,
and things
Bo,
going on.
I don't have it in here, but I passed this along. My sister found it in her attic. It's my parents. It's the 1969
Oh yeah,
bicentennial.
the
I
times.
guess it was the bicentennial. No, centennial celebration, because it was 1869 to
It was 69,
1969.
yeah.
It's the 100-year, the centennial
It's great.
celebration. You got so much history in there. And if you go to Google now and you type in Shelbyville, Tennessee, and won't pull it up on the maps, there is a little dot that comes up and it has Royal,
Oh, yes.
Tennessee.
I've seen the Royal.
Okay.
Ever since I've seen the
Okay.
Royal.
Here's this thing right here.
Thank you, there, director.
1819. Okay. So that was sequicentennial. So 1819 to 1969. This
Yeah,
was
but
put
Royal,
out in
Tennessee,
1969.
I was
And
never.
there's
from-
a picture.
Yeah, that
of-
is a great book. If you don't have them, sometimes they have them on eBay.
man,
I've got one in like readable condition
Yeah.
and one in good condition.
$4.
$4, that'd be 44 bucks nowadays.
At least.
But
But this
no,
is, this is awesome, man.
let's talk about Royal for a minute. That didn't really come into my thoughtful atmosphere until cell phones came around
Yeah.
and GPS, and then all of a sudden it's where's Royal? Well, Uniroyal. I mean, what are you talking about?
That's
The
what a
Kansas
lot of
City
people
Royals.
think. A lot of people think it's Royal, but I'm looking up and I'm doing some research on this. But Royal was a postal stop. Okay.
I've heard
And
something about this.
if you look at Google Maps right now, it'll take you that spot that's marked on the map. It'll take you close to the river out toward Coney Island Road, right around between almost where the American Legion building is, the old American Legion.
Yeah,
Right there.
and that's a very historic type place. I mean, that's where there was a bridge. If you go and see the
Yes.
remnants of the bridge, there was a lot happening in that area. So maybe I can just claim that, and we can claim that as a new jurisdiction. No, I'm joking, but no, this is serious. You know,
yeah.
it didn't really pop up, and I guess the historians did know about Royal, but when it didn't until cell phones and GPS and like weather apps came along, and it is interesting, but there's really no definitive answer that I've really heard. I've heard a lot of
All right.
maybes in this.
Here, Benji
Let's
comes
let
to
the
here.
people
I
have
went
it.
to school on base in North Carolina in elementary school, and we had to learn how to sew. Okay, all right,
So
that's
he's-
not a bad thing
He's
to
saying
know.
that sewing's cool, right? I mean,
Hey, if you can sew, you got a talent, man.
if you know you can sew, then
All right,
let it
but I'm
roll.
gonna do the research on it. It's not what everybody thinks it is. A lot of people do think it has something to do with Uniroyal. I think Uniroyal has been the go-to, and they did have a postal stop out in the Mill Village at Uniroyal. But this other postal stop has to do with a society of people that basically were the ones that insured property and insured homes and that type of stuff. And they were kind of like the country club of the day.
Oh,
okay.
The Royal.
And the name is Royal, and there's another name that goes with it. I'm digging into that and going to find out. And I'm going to write an article about it when it comes out. So that's some history.
It's important.
But we need to know our history. We've got a lot of folks that have moved. They're from Shelbyville and Bedford County now, but they've been here for 10, 15 years, and they weren't here in the 60s, 70s, and on beyond. And this book right here is very interesting to look at.
It is. It is.
And just talking about stuff that has disappeared in my lifetime to somebody like that. Did it this morning, and it was kind of fun telling the stories of the old RC plant, the old Coca-Cola plant, and the old Pepsi plant. We had 3 bottlers right here in this city.
Yeah.
3 bottlers.
I imagine that, and I know you can still see remnants of what's left, but going back to this historical document here, Lincoln County prints like reprints of theirs. I would love to see that. I know that this Times Gazette doesn't. I know it's a different owner now. I would love to see that reprinted. I think for the enjoyment.
If you could find
a reprint.
If you could find the plates or whatever they kept it on, maybe even microfiche.
Or are you going to rent this out now that everybody knows?
And look at this right here. This is something. The one I saw, we just flipped through here. Oh man, I can't find it now, but it was Cooper Steel Fabricators.
Oh yeah, on Depot Street, I bet.
No, it was before he got there, I believe.
He was probably at home in the garage.
No, Bedford Steel Erectors. That's who that was. Okay, I thought it was Cooper Steel. But anyway, and Eddie. Okay, Eddie Johnson can talk all day long about this. He knows his history.
Eddie can talk about.
Who is this? This looks like. Who is this?
In Kroger line, Eddie Johnson can talk about anything all day long.
Another one is Ralph Johnson. Okay.
Well, we got Ralph. We'll take all the Johnsons.
I see Ralph every day, and we talk about something. Every day there's something that we talk about. It's kind of fun. All right. Let's move on from this, but I think it's going to be. We need to look at our history. Okay.
It's important.
And going forward. Now let's shift gears and talk about what's going on in the Middle East.
Oh yeah.
I'm very concerned.
Yes,
We've got, it looks like we're just destroying Iran or we're winning the war easy, but there's something that just doesn't feel right.
Well, here it is. Yeah, there's something that don't feel right, but let's look back at the history. Trump, you want to be a man of action. You can't always be a man of words. And he is really given time after time for them to comply to get out of the nuclear deal. Remember a few months ago, the big bomb that we hit.
We supposedly obliterated.
So and I think Biden, and I think he was thinking, you know what, in a few years, the presidency might go to a Democrat. Then they'll just keep doing sanction again. You can sanction so much. It's time to hit hard. I mean, apparently they had some evidence that they're still producing something. They always said death to America. So I think if you go in, and they have Israel too, then you go in all the way. You don't go half.
Okay. You kill them.
But here I say all that to say I never like to see the blood spill, because I know, or I think probably because this is what happens in wars, is there are civilians, that are getting slaughtered, and there are fake or false reports going on too. There was one that the U.S. struck a school there, and that was a false report. So we got it was. That's been confirmed. Caroline Levitt confirmed that at the.
You believe her? Come on, man.
Well, no, but listen.
That's in Washington D.C. You believe anything?
No, but I believe. You know what I do believe? I would believe American that before I would Iranian, because they are known to slaughter their people.
How about
they're known to slaughter their people.
A foreigner from another country that knows what happened that says there was a school there and they had a missile site right next to it.
Yes.
They struck the missile site.
Yes.
And in the process, there was collateral damage that killed some people.
So that means that government decided to put a missile site or a school beside a missile site.
No, they moved that portable missile right there for cover.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so that, I mean,
we got the capability, Bo, to slip in there and cut their throats and leave in the night, and they never know what happened. We got the ability to do that.
Yeah. But it's going to take more than that.
Well, we got probably 35 or 40 of their top leaders. They're dead. They're in the grave.
Yeah.
Now what?
Well, no boots on the ground. I think you can you can set order. But the thing that worries me is like the next presidency or the next regime. Are they just going to pull out like Biden did? You know, we've got to stand strong in there. And if we want unity in the world,
so you think we should stay there?
No.
Okay.
I don't want to be there. No boots on the ground, but you got to have the people there wanting to control their country, right? I mean, right?
Yeah, they want to rise up, and they're trying.
But are there enough of them that want to rise up?
Oh yeah.
Well, then it's time to rise up.
That Kurdish army is already like at the border wanting to come in and help.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
let them do it.
I don't want to be in any war. I don't like shooting missiles. I think there's a lot.
We need to worry about North Main Street and not that gum.
Tehran. But I think that he's a man of his word, right? So he's been saying these threats for a while.
Who?
Trump. Yeah, that if you.
Yeah,
and I could see the thought of that.
I think they were trying to meet. In the way I understand it, Israel said we're fixing to start bombing, and then we kind of said, okay, we will too. And they were trying to negotiate, but they weren't getting anywhere.
Yeah.
Iran was not going to give up their enriching of uranium.
They weren't.
All right. So what happens next?
Who knows?
Man, I think we're in here for months.
I hope we're not.
I think this is in here for months. I think you're going to see Iran say, let's have a ceasefire. And then they'll do something stupid. And now you got Israel lining up tanks right at the border of Lebanon fixing to go in. And I don't know if they went in or not, but they're going after Hezbollah.
Well, what is Russia and China? That's what makes me think. This whole thing makes me think, where are they?
Part of this. But they'll secretly send drones to them.
But Russia, they've got the Ukrainian deal.
Oh, they tied up with that.
But they're a big country.
Yeah, but they're like.
Yeah, I don't know. Look, it's volatile there. Europe, it usually is. Middle East, that's just sadly what it is. And until the people want peace there won't be no peace. And I don't know if what does history tell us?
The Bible tells us there's never going to be peace there till the last battle.
Well,
and then Christ returns, and that's where we're headed.
Well,
you can't even argue with that one, can you? I can't argue with it. I want to argue with that. We can surely stop this. But if God's in control, he's in control.
Amen, brother. Amen.
So that's where we're at. Let's take a break and hear from our sponsors. And one more time, we're going to come back, wrap things up. Yeah. Maybe on a happier note.
Oh, hopefully. Yeah, no bombs.
Looking to make your brand stand out? At 580 Graphics in Shelbyville, we turn your ideas into bold, professional results. From custom logo design to screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, decals, banners, and signage, we handle it all in-house with precision and fast turnaround. Whether you're a small business, a church group, a sports team, or a growing company, our experienced design team works with you every step of the way to bring a vision to life. We don't just print graphics. We help you get noticed. Exceptional service. Eye-catching design. Results that speak for themselves. Visit 580 Graphics today and let your brand make a statement.
When your project needs a strong foundation, trust experience that delivers results. At Bobo Construction and Land Management, we bring over 25 years of expertise to every job. From demolition, land clearing, and site preparation, to underground utilities, drainage solutions, concrete, asphalt, and building pads. We handle every phase with precision and professionalism. Serving residential, commercial, and industrial clients across Middle Tennessee, our team is committed to quality work, clear communication, and projects completed safely and on schedule. For dependable results you can build on, choose Bobo Construction and Land Management.
All righty. I was sitting here browsing through this book, man. It's interesting. I got to get this thing back out and remember some places.
It is very interesting.
You look out here where Piggly Wiggly was. It used to be a bowling alley.
Yeah. You see that's right. You see the familiar buildings. It's really neat.
Yeah. Well, Bo, as we close things down here, we've got a lot of stuff coming up in city and county government, of course, and we're not going to get into that today. But you got city council coming up here before too long.
Yeah, they had a study session Tuesday.
I watched it and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. We'll see. They talked about a lot of stuff.
They talked about a lot of stuff. They mentioned the rezoning that's in for, but of course there's no vote during the study session.
Yeah, it's just talking.
So we'll see.
And they've got some strategic plan that they've formulated, so that'll be interesting to see.
They do.
I'm anxious to see how we stay with our weather and see how things warm up. I'm anxious to see all the events over here at Cooper Steel Arena. Everybody needs to get out and support that. All the different events there, and we've talked about that before. And horse show season is about to start.
It's about to start, and you know, this weekend with the nice weather, Saturday, I know that the War Trace and the Bell Buckle Fire Department are having their fundraisers.
Right. Yeah,
and so I encourage everyone to attend those. You know, I'll probably come out there and eat a bowl of chili in each one or whatever they got. You know, just to support our volunteer fire department, because that's a lot of thing people don't understand about how important those are to Bedford County, and they depend on people like me and you to support them.
Absolutely. All right. Well, everybody, thanks for watching. We're going to be back again on Monday. Y'all have a great weekend. Enjoy the weather. I think you're going to have just little threats of rain here and there. I don't think anything massive is coming through.
No,
so
just spotty.
Good warm weather. Get out.
Get out.
Do
Have fun.
something. I challenge everybody to do something that makes your house look better over the next weekend.
You telling us to
just
clean?
One
we got
thing.
to clean our house now.
No, just one thing.
Okay. What's one?
Just one thing. Trim a bush. Do
clean
something.
What if that one thing's clean the house?
Nah, that's too much. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody.